For basketball podcast hosts all gathered round, sipping on some whiskey, letting loose, getting down. They talking about the game, they talking about the scores, but when the drinks start flowing, oh, they talk even more. Four friends in a room with mics and laughs abound. They know their stuff, they got the knowledge to go around. But when the night gets wild and the stories start unfolding, they ain't afraid to let loose, just let the Josh do the talking.
Hello and welcome to the four-man league plus Marco minus Dante. And I don't think we have the Marco part anymore.
No, we don't.
Oh, well.
Nah, for the culture.
Yeah, for the culture. The people know, and the people have to know. I'm Alessio, here with Sean, Lukas, and Marco. Welcome, fellas.
Hey. I thought you were just going to get straight into it.
I could get straight into it, but I thought, like, you gotta lead him in.
Hey.
I remember a couple of pods ago. Yes.
Oh, and Lukas is here.
A couple of pods ago, a couple of four-man weaves ago, potentially, I remember having an anecdote about how maybe the kids are going to be okay. Do you guys remember that one?
Yeah.
I said, like, maybe the kids will be okay, and I told a funny story, blah, blah, blah.
Like your students, you mean?
Yeah. I'm going back on that comment.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm reverting back. We run a Wednesday afternoon program in the senior school at Reducted High School. And I was having an argument with one of my year 11s today about, he's like, so the program's just useless. Like, what are we even doing? What's the point of doing it? And I was like, to build your academic, professional, and personal skills, son. Like, that's what it's there for. And he's like, yeah, but like, we did goal setting all of term one. You think anyone's looked at their goals? I was like, okay, fine. What are we doing now? He's like, we're doing academic skills, but you guys haven't taught us how to revise. I was like, what was the last session that we did? It's like, oh, we learned how to write flashcards and then practice them. And we learned how to do it in a time period that was like, not too like taxing for our brains. I was like, okay, do you understand what you just said to me? And he's like, I mean, like, all right, so I see where you're coming from. Right. So that's what I deal with every day.
Nah, fully on the kids' side.
Yeah, I'm 100% on the kids' side.
Are you for real?
Fuck you, Mr. Conte.
Nah, yeah, fuck you, bro.
I 100% will take the tension. You said it first. I
said what?
I don't know.
You started it, bro.
What was
you
the
came
program?
to the kid and said, you don't know what you're doing.
No, he said
I know.
What was the program?
we run like a skill building program.
Yeah, good revision there, at least.
Nah, but I think you come full circle on it, right? When you're in high school, you're like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. Like, why am I even learning this shit or whatever? And then, like, you're in uni and you're like, oh, it's actually nice that everyone cares about being here. And then, like, you finish uni and you're like, those kids are right. High school is bullshit.
He's like, no one sets goals. He's like, the background of his laptop is like Cristiano Ronaldo. You reckon that guy had some fucking goals, dude? No, people don't set goals. What are you talking about?
767.
Yeah,
Would you
but,
know,
yeah,
believe,
that,
yeah.
What's
that
that?
too.
Career goals for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, really?
Oh, man. It would be so good if Dante was
Korean
here
goals.
and you could say something about raising the fucking standards.
Guys.
Where is he? We never see him anymore.
Dante. Sean, where's Dante?
Dante's calling in. No, he's not. He, I don't know. Why'd you ask me?
Your team got knocked out of the playoffs.
I was just like making it evident to everyone listening that he's not here. Yeah.
I never even see that guy anymore, I swear.
He's doing a marathon.
Guys, I wasn't even close to Cristiano Ronaldo's career goals, by the way.
Did you say 360 something?
I said 767,
Oh, okay, yeah.
like a Boeing.
Yeah. It wasn't like 1,000?
884.
Wow.
Which is closer to
That's
1,000.
so close. Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted.
It's actually
But
closer
how
to...
many in fucking Dubai?
32
Nah,
in 27 matches.
I don't like all those bandwagon Al Nassr fans. No one knew who they were before.
I can't believe he walked straight into that locker room and took the number 7 off of a previous player.
And we're back from the cat shit interlude.
Yeah, which is a great segue, actually, speaking of cat shit. The Indiana Pacers couldn't win a game in which Jalen Brunson hurt his foot somehow. OG Anunoby's now out until maybe the finals. Julius Randle and Bogdan Bogdanovic are both out for whatever fucking reason they have. And Mitchell Robinson's out for 6 to 8 weeks. And the Pacers still couldn't win a game.
That is nearly the starting lineup.
Yeah, and Tibbs only plays
Yeah,
like
forgetting
7
one player.
players.
Josh Hart.
He's the heart of the team. Oh, that's so bad. Tibbs only plays 7 players in a playoff rotation. I don't know where the fuck he keeps finding these dudes. Like he's out of players.
So you reckon you go 12 deep if they're all healthy?
Not the most insightful thing to start with, but wasn't it funny Alec Burks came on for like less than
1
a minute, but like
yeah.
not at the end of the fourth, like just
yeah.
randomly in the middle of the game.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense. Like you've your point guard's gone, your scoring point guard's gone. But no, let's only put him on for
44 seconds on.
Yeah, Jamie, pull it up. How many seconds did Alec Burks have?
It says 1 minute on ESPN. They don't go to digits.
That's got to be a lie.
They don't go to significant.
And good for Brunson to get a bit of a rest with only 32 minutes playing as well.
Yeah.
It's got to be a season low. So where are we going to start with this, guys?
How about them Knicks, huh? I don't. Where
It just like they're just so bad.
The Knicks or the Pacers?
Basketball players.
you have to be negative at the end. We'll have a constructive.
Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, but
I disagree wholeheartedly. I almost disagree Josh heartedly.
The Pacers are really. You couldn't win that game,
yeah, but they'll win the next one,
bro.
And it's also like, it might be one of the best games the Pacers have played. Since the fucking in-season tournament.
Yeah. When Halliburton's like skipping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halliburton was like truly flossing. But like they scored the same amount of points as they did last game. And it's like, well, you had like 35 points. What do you...
Truly flossing.
Isn't that something the kids
He started
say?
laughing.
Yeah, but you said like every single... The kids drop a letter or two.
Yeah.
You said
They say truly flossing.
That's funny. Anywhere that Italian salami.
Long gone, brother.
No, but like Siakam had huge game 1, right? Like he was absolutely massive. Didn't have the same impact in this game. And then that's offset by Halliburton having his first good game in, I don't know, 40 games.
Yeah, literally 40
Yeah,
games.
His hamstring got healed overnight.
But also like they're just trying on defense for the first time in, since the beginning of the season. Like Rick Carlisle did that, thing where he's like, oh, we're really good on offense, we're really bad on defense. Where we just don't even worry about the defense and just try and get better and better and better on offense. And now he's like, no, we should actually like full court press. Siakam kind of roaming around doing fun shit. Like,
Did you think
they're still bad, but
they're still bad, but they're trying.
Did you think the Pacers were going to make the second round?
No,
At any point in the season, they're so over this already.
No,
I think this is all found gold.
Yeah, 100%.
And they're going to win game 3.
No, but they were good post Siakam trade pre Halliburton injury.
Yeah, but they weren't good enough to beat. They look.
You take this one.
But they didn't look. They didn't look like this was their final form. They looked like they're like, all right, now we can start to be a good team.
Yeah, but like that team pre Hallie injury should be beating this like beaten up Knicks team. Obviously, that Pacers team doesn't exist anymore.
This Knicks team.
This Knicks team has 0 players.
Yeah, but it's almost like
except for the 2 players it has.
it's almost like it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah, but I hate that.
Yeah,
but like still, Ojanobi had 42 minutes today. It wasn't like he went out at the very start of the game.
Yeah.
Brunson also had. Oh no, sorry, this is the game 1 box
Yeah,
score.
Oops.
Ojanobi still had 28 minutes today. Brunson had 32. Iheart, actually, all their 5 is still pretty active.
Yeah.
I think you have the scoop on OG Anunoby, but otherwise they have that still leaves them with 4 of their 5 most important players. Precious Achua is filling in the Isaiah Hartenstein role, who's filling in the Mitchell Robertson role.
He might be better than...
I think he might be better than Mitchell Robertson.
Yeah.
but then he's also going to be filling in the OG Anunoby role.
Yeah.
It's the wing
Yeah.
stopper who's protecting the rim.
Yeah.
So game 3, it starts to get a little bit dicey for the Knicks because I'm now looking at the 4 players that didn't play today. Jericho Sims, Shake Milton. The other 2, I don't know their first name, so I'm going to have to go to you guys. Diakite and Jeffries.
I got the first names here. And Daquan.
Daquan Jeffries.
Yeah.
You guys go.
I've got something to do.
I've never never seen him lock in harder.
You looked in so hard. It's not that Daquan Jeffries.
Oh
That's
my
another
god.
one.
I just made that up.
I don't know who that took one.
Oh
Jeffries
my
is.
god. Oh my god. Okay, but then even if this Knicks team wins the series, is that not because the Pacers are just that bad? Like this Knicks team isn't a fucking.
The Pacers are very flawed in that they're not a good defense. They've got like good individual defenders, and by that I mean they've got three with TJ McConnell. We should mention that. It's like it's so cool the playoffs come around. He's just a vet that just plays great, and he might actually start game 3. Because who's your mate? Nemhart has been starting, but he hasn't really been doing that great a job.
He's
Why
been.
is he my man?
Because God, I think he's just the best player.
Oh my god. The amount of times words get put into my mouth. in this podcast.
He's been like. Also, it's not fun watching him defend Brunson. Like he's not doing anything.
Yeah,
No.
he's trying really hard.
Yeah,
Fair play to you. You said that, but so they've got that, but then they've just got holes on offense. Because when they got Siakam, they also made a trade to get rid of Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
And, Buddy Hield could have made his playoff debut for the Indiana Pacers and, just missed his first, 10 threes as well. But, it's just they don't have a lot of shooting. And it's like today, Obadiah Toppin had 5 threes or whatever, 4 threes. And it's like, whoa, that's found money. Like, that's found money on the found money. But they just don't have a lot of shooting and they don't have a lot of good defenders. So, yeah, it's like... It would be a Pacers loss.
50-win 2 seed. Who are going to walk through to the conference finals and then probably still take 2 to 3 games off Boston because Boston have negative mentality.
God, who knows?
They actually don't have any mindset.
And then what if the Knicks win?
No. It's not gonna end it.
Like the Knicks have played 8 really, really, really competitive basketball games where their players have had to try and they've had to execute.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Boston have played 0. Like even when they lost,
They didn't
when they
try.
dropped that game
Yeah.
to Miami, they're like, fuck. Like
Yeah.
there was no room for them to come
Miami
back.
was shooting 50% from
Yeah,
3 as well.
yeah. So there might be all right, the Knicks win game 1, and then game 2's hard, and then Boston just walk all over them.
Yeah.
It's
It's a Mickey run, isn't it?
yeah. Unless Boston is so unprepared that the Knicks can steal.
No,
It's like,
Boston-
the
I'll
only
get
way,
some mentality still.
Yeah.
the only thing will be is because Zinger's out, and it's like, maybe they're just bigger, and maybe Brunson's back.
Yeah.
But also,
Mitchell Robinson will also be out.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like he's not posting up. It's like I don't know.
but also,
Julius Randle posting up on Jason Tatum for 10 possessions.
Yeah,
That's what we're looking at right now.
Julius Randle's not returning, is he?
he might. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Me and Sean were talking about this off mic. Like, even if he is healthy, you'd want to keep him out. But if OG Anunoby's out, you might just have to have him.
Yeah.
They look great with Hart at the 4 and then
Yeah.
OG at the 5, but now it's like, Well, did you get anywhere in your Daquan Jeffries search?
Yeah, I was thinking of DeJuan Summers. I thought that this was a guy that had played in the early 2010s. They are the same weight, same position, but different everything else. Different people.
You have never locked in harder. Wait, you go.
What did you find out about Daquan Jeffries?
He's also been in the league for 4 years.
Really?
And he went to college in Oral Roberts, Tulsa.
Oh my god. He's played 64 NBA games, the same amount as Zion Williamson over his
The Celtics, you know how it's like, oh fuck, they're not battle tested, etc. I don't think that really matters. For them.
I totally agree. Yeah.
I also think they just have so much. They've just got everything's just still up their sleeve. Like they haven't played their hand. Teams aren't watching them and being like, oh, this is what they're doing. This will be the counter, and then this will be the other counter, and this will be the third thing we're ready for. Boston haven't even showed that stuff yet.
Like, Joe Mazzulla doesn't have any counters.
You don't reckon?
He might.
What if he calls all these timeouts?
There's nothing. Yeah. There's nothing
He
going
plays all 15 of them and he's been saving them.
There's nothing going on.
He's got Pep Guardiola's phone number and he'll be finished by the finals, so we can just call him and say, what would you do in this instance?
Yeah.
And he'll say, is there a way to stop the game and think about a new way to attack them?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was watching The Town.
We need to raise the fucking standard.
I don't get the Town.
Jesus,
You
Mary
watched
Joseph.
The Town like 3 times
The
a
boss.
week.
The
Joe
Boston
Mazzulla.
Yeah,
Mazzulla.
the Ben Affleck
No,
movie.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
the Boston Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
But
No,
does he watch it?
He watches it like 3 or 4 times a week. There was the joke going around when someone was being like, "Oh, what do you like do after a game? Like, do you watch tape or anything?" It's like usually I watch The Town.
I mean, yeah.
It's that or Prey, right?
Yeah.
Poor
right.
guy.
Oh, I'd pray. I'm
He's
like,
a big
is there a
G- he's a
movie?
big.
Oh,
He's
the
a,
big three.
Jesus.
he's a big royal family guy. Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, is there a movie called Prey?
No,
That's Predator.
big into the royal family.
My mate Marco saw the 2 Alien films in IMAX.
I did. I saw them back to back.
Yeah.
No, it was Cinema Nova.
Oh, and like, hold on, Joseph can't be a part of the royal family. He didn't do anything.
Who?
He's like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, the royal family.
Who's
Like,
Joseph?
Joseph-
Joe?
Huh? Nah, but like,
Oh, what he raised him.
when Prince Charles remarried after Diana, what's her face? She's part of the royal family.
Camilla.
Yeah, Camilla. She hasn't birthed any younglings.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess
Hey,
that's
fucking checkmate, dude.
I guess
Checkmate
that's true.
liberal.
Yeah, that's pretty woke off me.
What do you guys reckon about that late double dribble call on Hartenstein that wasn't a double, never was a double dribble, and then immediately Rick Carlisle was like, "What the fuck? Why'd you say? What the Sigma? Why'd you stop the flow of the game and all that?" What do you think of all that? Who wants to go?
What do you want? Like, the ref fucked up the call.
Yeah.
I think the did Tibbs review it or was it they?
Nah, they just didn't
They
turn
were
it
just
on.
like, it's not a double dribble.
Yeah.
They didn't look at a single monitor. 2 refs came over and were like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, and then, like I feel like the whole thing took like 30 seconds,
That's how it should be.
and then Rick Carlisle did that stutter step.
Yeah,
went
yeah.
quite rigid. What's the issue? That was like that's what should happen. Right?
Yeah.
We don't want like if it's a 5-minute delay, then it's bad. But if it's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
in the moment,
But then
let's
what's
figure
Rick
it out.
Carlisle getting mad about? Like, did he genuinely think it was a double dribble?
Yeah,
Yeah. I think he's more upset at stopping the flow. Like the opposing centre who can't dribble was now walking up the court with the ball. Oh my god, we can get a steal, get a quick layup, and then
Hartenstein, he had a little Euro floater. He might have.
born in. we searched him up a little weeks ago.
Liechtenstein.
Was he born in Liechtenstein?
No,
I think like
It
he's
just sounds like his last
German
name.
dad.
Nah, he's from Iowa.
He's from
Yeah.
Oregon. Yeah.
Same. It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Starts with a vowel, ends with a vowel.
I know a guy from Oregon. Such an Iowan.
We often say that.
Oh, he just recently celebrated his birthday, I heard. Yeah, go on.
Nah, it's a good point though. Like they should just be like, nah, fucked up. Like that was the wrong call. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like just start the game again.
I think Carlisle did enough to get a tech the first time and they didn't call it, and that was their like apology. Their apology was like, look, you can call me a fuckhead and I'm just not going to take you up. And then he just took it too far right after that. But also like, yeah, don't get upset that the refs made a wrong call. Just like score when Brunson is injured and in the locker room. Like just score more points than the other team.
Win the game.
Win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like OG Anunoby goes to the bench. Like just give Siakam the ball. Like,
Yeah.
There's no longer anyone big or fast enough to guard him on the floor.
Yeah. Lucas, what were your thoughts on TJ McConnell almost fighting the guy in the stands?
I'm fine with it, man. I don't care. Especially New York. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Them all.
Yeah.
All these
They
guys.
should have actually fought.
As we talked about, Gucci Road. If you go to every Knicks game, it drops from Spike Lee to Sam Morrill. What's
Morrill.
the comedian's name?
Morrill.
Sam Morrill. And then as soon as the playoffs come around, it's like Ben Stiller, #1 ticket holder for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, just fucking tweeting like at Joel Embiid and shit. And,
Yeah. Well, come to New York.
Yeah. It's,
Come to this. I've got the keys to this museum. You should come check it out, guys.
They got a really high-paying job at a low town.
Does anyone want to go through Isaiah Hartenstein's career teams?
Yeah, I think my resume speaks for itself here when I said Denver earlier.
Yep.
Does it have to be in order?
Nah.
All right, so Denver, Clippers, New York.
that would be it.
Nah, there's one more. Houston.
Does.
Oh yeah.
And
Uh,
this one you won't get. Nah, you actually just won't get it.
Oh.
Get it? Go for it.
Well, I get it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna say.
Brooklyn Nets.
Everyone gets one last
I
guess.
said
It's yours.
I said Dallas before.
Yeah, well, I was going to give you another one.
I'll have another one.
Sean?
Memphis.
Washington.
I'm going to guess the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm right.
Oh!
Yeah, that really shocks me. He played 16 games there. Started 2.
Jared
In
Allen replacement.
2020-21.
G League MVP.
For the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, the Mile High.
Denver United.
Man,
Didn't
and
be
he's
that.
only been in the league 5 years and he's been on 5 teams.
Dude, 26. Would you believe?
That's
he was
crazy.
25 just 5 days
Because
ago.
I was
he
about to
has-
say-
he has to be 32.
Nah, because I was about to say he's one of those players where you're like, oh, he's like a good up and coming young player, but he's actually 32. No, he's 26. Like,
Yeah,
that's fine for a role player to
It's
break
like
out. I think.
Zubac.
He's
bro.
not up and coming. He's just coming.
Yeah.
You know, he's just,
Nice.
It's a bit like Zubac, where it's like, oh my god, the Clippers have got this 23-year-old starting center, and then 7 years pass, and you're like, oh, he's actually been the exact same guy, which is fine.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, I think Hartenstein's going to be a bit like that.
Yeah.
Trade
Oh,
Mitchell
much,
Robinson.
yeah, but he's got so much more to it.
He does. I mean,
Then
Then Zubac.
I remember before the merger, I was talking to Dante like this dude has like Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, you're a
levels
big
of
fan. You're a big
Rudy
fan.
iHeart.
in
iHeart,
in
yeah.
LA.
Yeah,
LA
yeah,
too,
with the,
yeah.
yeah, and then the Clippers just got priced out of him, and also they didn't.
They didn't play him. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
he's backing up Zoo. And,
Neither
Yeah.
do the Knicks.
Yeah, true. Like the Knicks
So, like,
seriously.
is he that good? Am I missing something?
nah, he's good.
No, he played every game last year.
He's-
And 75 this.
No, but we're talking about him like he's bloody a fucking all-star starter.
he just
Like, you
unlocked...
blokes need to relax.
No, that's Andrew Nemhard.
Oh, sorry.
He's just perfect next to a Brunson type, and a Dante DiVincenzo type, and a Josh Hart type, and an OG Anunoby type.
But Zubac isn't?
I don't think Zubac would be very good with this team.
I-
Oh
At
man,
the
I
five.
reckon it would be a carbon copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be good as good defensively.
Yeah, I reckon.
And like the 3 good passes Isaiah Hartenstein has a game.
Hudson moves so nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you see him moving around, you're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Zubac, you're like,
are you stiff?
which way are you facing?
Yeah.
So what? Zubac is stiff and Hartenstein's coming. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, what are we doing here? Yeah. Well, what's the predictions like for the? I think Indiana's going to win Game 3. I think 4's a bit of a toss-up. I think New York will be shooting themselves if they lose Game 4. But I just can't see Indiana winning. Like,
The series.
Knicks
yeah,
in
yeah. Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5.
As long as they can play, as long as Tibbs can play Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart,
Yeah.
like they'll win the series, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think Knicks in 6. I'm gonna go, even though Lucas hates it. But also, he's made his prediction like 6 times.
Knicks in 6. Well, who's the starter now? Is it going to be Miles McBride instead of Ojanobi?
Nah, it's going to be probably
Precious.
Precious. So just because that's the guy who guards Pascal Siakam.
That
So
makes
don't
sense.
worry about positions. Just say like who's on Pascal.
Yeah,
Siakam.
yeah, true.
And then we get some Jericho Sims minutes.
I think so.
He had a really good dunk contest from memory.
Yeah, well, has everyone else made their prediction? What do you guys think?
I think Knicks in 7.
Damn,
Ooh.
I like that. Game 7 in the Garden, you know how it goes.
Like Halliburton figured something out, like breaking out of his 9-4-9 game. Yeah, like and he has some really nice passes. Like, yeah. What do you think?
I think the Knicks win the series, but the Pacers win the war. I think the Knicks win the series in 5. I think if they actually do it in 5, because I think if it goes any longer than that, they lose the series.
Yeah.
Like
And
they
it's-
fall over.
Yeah, it's like writings on the wall.
Yeah.
Tibbs is like, oh, no, I'm not going to do a Tibbs voice, but he's like, oh no, I played 4 of my starters 48 minutes for
Yeah.
3 games in a row,
But what
and
if
then I've subbed Alec Burks in for Precious Achua.
But what if it doesn't matter? What if he can just play him for 48 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, he's trying.
I think like the universe will break a little bit. The universe will break if the Pacers make conference finals. It'll be like Atlanta in 2020.
Nah, but no one would believe it, you know?
I know, but
Like,
no one believes the Hawks, and the Hawks were like, that's it. We just need one backup center, and we're
Yeah.
here. And then,
Yeah. But when the Hawks beat Philly, it's like, wow, Philly's really shit. If the Pacers win this series, it's like, okay. Knicks are injured and
Yeah.
tired, and the Pacers just, figured it
They
out.
were
Yeah,
there.
Philly
Yeah.
fully threw that one away.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah. But then it was like, wow, Philly is so shit. Atlanta really, did a good job putting him away. And it's like,
Yeah.
nah, actually, they're both shit.
They were just
Yeah.
I much prefer this Indiana
Oh,
team.
that's so much.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Oh my
who
God.
wins in a 7-game series between this Indiana team and that Hawks team?
This Indiana team,
Yeah.
Who has the best player in the series?
Oh.
I think Trae Young would be the best
Yeah,
player in that
yeah,
series.
Yeah,
Wow,
he was
and
pretty
both
good.
beat the Knicks on the way to...
Well, they haven't yet.
Final
They're
conference.
down 2-0. We're just like, man, conference finals Indy shit.
Well, here's
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
If Tibbs can only roll out 5.5 players, That means I think that the Pacers cannot play Ben Shepard. Or, actually, probably just him.
Yeah, and like just more TJ and
More TJ, more starters. Like, the starters can just play more now.
Yeah, and you
like,
can-
even if the starters play 40 minutes at reduced roles for, let's say, 20% of that time, you can just get away with playing them more minutes and just letting them coast a little more.
This is actually I looked up this stat before you guys rocked up. This is actually the first time that the number of viable starters for the New York Knicks has been tied with the amount of Essendon Bombers wins. 5.5.
That's good. That's really good.
Where did
That's
you look
really,
that up?
really good.
You guys were eating the tubes, and I was on my veggie burger.
How good are
grind.
tubes, but-
Yeah, it's literally like
Tomato flavored chips is crazy. We don't trust Instagram commenters.
Yeah.
Would you want? Yeah. Have you got some for us?
I've got 2 more.
I'll have more. I'll have some more, Josh.
We don't trust Instagram commenters, but Sean and I have spoken about this at volume off mic. There was an Instagram comment on a Knicks page that was like, see, Tibbs, he's been playing all these guys 44 minutes a game for the whole season, and he did it to prepare them to be able to do so in the playoffs, and now they're doing it. And then Sean was like, and then, every other comment was like, he's cooking his players, and they're all hurt. This one bloke was like, no, playing all those minutes was good for them because now they know how to do it. And Sean's like, Randall's out, Brunson's out, Anunoby's out, Robinson's out. etc. And it's like,
You'd think
I
after
don't have RJ Barrett anymore.
you'd think after ending Derrick Rose's career, you'd learn. Maybe 5 less minutes a night in a game we've already won.
Well, then there was the Athletic did that thing where they asked players what's the coach you don't want to play for, and then everyone's like, I don't want to play for Tibbs and stuff, and then all the players were like, they're wrong, he's actually like a great guy and stuff, and it's like, you all play 40 minutes a night, and you've always dreamed about playing in the NBA. Of course, you're gonna love that.
Yeah.
But just the history of Tibbs runs his players into
Also,
that.
you play for him right now, and you might be okay with it.
Yeah.
When you don't have a knee, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
also,
probably regret it.
if you're not one of the 7 guys he likes, you're also just not playing.
Yeah,
Because now it's who plays between Diakite, Sims, Jeffries, and Shake Milton.
Yeah,
The answer is none of them.
Yeah.
Wait,
So they just run 6 deep.
Jeffries.
I'll be back with you guys in a second.
You guys go.
We'll be right back.
Sims played plenty of regular season minutes. He played. This is the thing. He fucking played. Brunson 40 minutes a night, but somehow managed to play 3 centers in every regular season game.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever remember? Maybe this is the last thing we talk about the Knicks before we talk about the cool series. But do you guys remember watching players' first ever baskets? Like when
No.
someone will
Only
sub
my
in.
my player.
So I've seen Jericho Sims' first basket, and I remember it. Oh my god,
Really?
yeah, that's cool.
It's weird.
And I remember seeing Tyler Johnson's first basket. He split free throws.
Damn.
I mean, we'll always remember that Collingwood guy that kicked a goal with his first kick last week. What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out. Brody Grundy?
Nah, literally last week.
So
Scott
the
Pendlebury?
the Knicks are going to have 6 players in their rotation, and you're telling me 3 of them are centers.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
but it
bad.
sure was Siakam sized. So
They actually all started as power forwards as well. I don't know, did Sims start as a power?
No, definitely
Yeah,
not.
I was there.
This episode of The Deep 2 is presented by Gelateria Bico, the official gelato of The Deep 2. Gelateria Bico, handmade gelato in the heart of Brunswick.
The Jeff Van Gundy Tribute Show is your fortnightly dose of the lighter side of basketball, hosted by me, Marco.
And me, Lucas. We take a more laid-back approach, talking about the NBA, the WNBA, FIBA basketball, culture, whatever tickles our fancy or grinds our gears.
The show is filled with great guests, classic gags, and a healthy dose of tangents in honor of the great man himself.
The Jeff Van Gundy Tribute Show, fortnightly on the Deep 2 Podcast Network.
Loves just talking about the league, certain things like that.
Yeah, so this is we're just talking about the Pacers is going to accidentally make conference finals, and there's 3 active players among these teams. And then on the other side of the bracket, Minnesota's playing the best basketball we've ever seen against the defending champions, and OKC Dallas is just a very nice series. But let's talk Minnesota Denver. Has anyone?
So my Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, you go.
Not only are they doing stuff we've never seen before. No, they're doing stuff we've never seen before, and I think more so than what you let us in with beautifully there, Sean. I've never seen Jokic have a bad game.
Yeah.
Well, maybe in the past 3 years I haven't seen him have a bad game.
No.
And now he's had 2 in a row. Jamal also not playing too well.
Seen him have a bad game.
Yeah.
Seen him have a
Yeah.
bad game, but like, I think his Twitch split's like 20 and 20.
Injured?
Yeah.
He's injured, but it's also like,
Stop being so bad.
in the last 2 games, he's something crazy like 8 of 32 from the floor.
I don't think I've ever seen him fully spit the dummy like that.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten chirpy and done stupid shit, but like
But then usually dunks on someone.
yeah. He
Expand on
usually
stupid shit.
Have you heard of Instagram?
Have you heard of Tube?
YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. So nah, but like, now I've also thought. Yeah, usually he's kind of giving some attitude in the pursuit of victory.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like Jamal Murray, like I shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have got teched up, but like they won the game and he hit a tough shot. He like I've never seen him look as frustrated as he did.
Why did he throw something on the court?
So it was a play where like Cat was like posting.
No, I get it.
Oh,
but like,
yeah.
why would you throw it? Yeah, sorry.
Why would you throw it?
I could have said that better. Why would you throw it on the court?
Yeah. Why would you do
Oh,
that?
Why would you
yeah.
do that? That's so stupid.
Yeah,
At least Pat
yeah.
Bev threw it at like a fan. Not to back Pat Bev. But at least he didn't like
Got him,
throw-
guys. Finally got
Yeah.
At least he threw it like at a person in the crowd and not
Yeah.
like onto the fucking court.
Yeah, like no one could trip on it. Like, what if the player, like, what if Cat landed and rolled his ankle?
That's
It's like,
what that
Jamal
ESPN
would have
guy
just
said.
been. Jamal.
But would he?
Nah, he wouldn't.
Like, would that happen? Would someone actually get injured?
No.
All
Yeah.
these instances, it's like, what if someone got injured? I've never seen someone throw something on the court or do something like this extracurricular and anyone's getting injured. So like, just fucking relax.
No,
with
but
that
come
one.
on. This is like a complete meltdown of mindset. Like,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
throwing a heat pack on the court in game 2 of a 7-game series at home, like, you've lost the series.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like,
I heard Cat
Also-
was calling for aid.
I saw a kid trip on a soccer ball today. Like he just stepped on it and fell.
A professional athlete.
Well, Cat doesn't know the
he's
soccer
the
ball's
son,
on
hey, he's the son of a professional athlete.
Really seriously, guys, stop talking about it. Jamal Murray has shot...
Unless we're saying something.
Go.
Oh, was he actually saying something?
I wasn't.
Jamal Murray has...
Got him.
In the first round, he had... I didn't realise... I thought he, was going mindsets per 36 or whatever. But in the first round, he had less points than total field goals.
Yeah,
In round 2, that's only gotten worse. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
That's fucking
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and he had 2 game winners, which is like crazy.
Yeah. And, LeBron said it on his podcast. No, like he was having a bad series, but he won them 2 games. So
Yeah. And like going back to the Jokic point, like the games where Jokic has 40 burgers and it's like this dude's unstoppable, 40 points off 26 shots. He's taking like him taking those 26 shots when he has massive games is like the worst case scenario for him, where it's like, man, I couldn't find an open shooter, but everyone knows that I've just made my last 2 little push shots, but everyone knows that Jamal's just made 1 3 today. So then Jokic is like, fine, I guess I'll make the shot. When Jokic is starting to force it, like, and you and Ollie talked about it on the Jave the other day, where it's like he took 9 threes, which was like something. There was some stat where it's like he hasn't done it in over a year or over 2 years or something. Where it's no longer that he's taking these great options after he's looked at every option. Everyone's like, fuck, we can't do it. Jokic, can you do it? And as soon as Jokic doesn't have that pass to get out there, as soon as the threat of his pass isn't there, it's like, oh, this is like, he actually, like, he's a great individual scorer. But going against Cat and going against Rudy Gobert and Jaden McDaniels is coming over, it's just hard for a human being. And again, there's no threat of a pass, and he's struggled the first 2 games.
He's not doing that like 18 to 26, 41 points as well. He's just not scoring.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, they really look really bad.
Yeah,
And-
I guess he like doesn't have any teammates at the moment.
Yeah, Kent is also out, I think.
Yeah,
But then I think there's also another thing that I haven't seen from Jokic in X years. Like, he looks worried about putting shots up. Like, especially in game 1, like, it was like, it looked like playing against Rudy in this form was actually like, I don't want to say scaring him, but like, usually he's just so fearless of whatever defense there is. Like, it doesn't care about the matchup, like doesn't care if they're sending doubles or whatever. But like this one, he's like, don't actually feel confident in like putting that up because this guy's having just such an elite defensive performance.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like when Rudy intercepted that lob to Aaron Gordon in game 1, it's like, fuck, you can't even do that. Like
That was great.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to sound so cool, but when reading Phil Jackson's book 11 Rings, he talked a lot about how hard it was to win, to get a three-peat, right? And just the fact, like, the disease of me that Pat Riley talks about a lot, and just being like, look, how can we do this? And this was obviously, all these quotes were coming to the forefront when the KD Warriors were trying to get to a three-peat, and they fell apart because of injuries, but it was like, you know, those guys have talked about just how hard it was to pretty much like get up for work, where it's like, man, like we know we can do it, and all of a sudden they didn't do it. And it's like, wow, we're never going to be in a position ever again to three-peat. Like three-peats are so hard to do. And Phil Jackson talked about how hard it is just to get people up for the second ring, where it's like, you know, as soon as your backs are pushed against a wall, you really need some sort of like, pretty much like essentially a dog in you, to be like, man, my back's pushed up against the wall, and you look at the other side of the wall, and the other side's like, you're an MVP, you've won your championship, no one's going to be mad if you just come back and do it again next year when both your shooting guards are healthy. Yeah, and then like, is Jokic thinking that? Like, I don't want to critique him after two games against like one of the most steady defenses ever, but it's like, the other option for him is to lose this series, and you're still a champion. You're going to be a champion for, like, you know, no one makes fun of Giannis, right? But it's like, Giannis having a fucking shit season, the whole stuff with Doc, but it's like, oh, he won a title. He's actually good for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think I would care.
Yeah.
Jamal's injured. It's just like, nah, fuck it.
But it's next year.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? We're not going to win.
But in saying that, it'll be so fucking cool if you can just turn around and be like, no, like, this is sort of where, cringe as fuck greatness is made.
Yeah.
Like, this is where it happens. You know what I mean? Like,
No, but he's already great. We just did like a 5-minute thing about how he's already great.
Yeah, I know. But what if he can do this?
Nah.
You know?
Jordan couldn't do this.
No.
The only one that could is LeBron.
What do you mean?
Jordan didn't drag like a shit heap through the finals.
Yeah.
I think LeBron did.
Yeah.
Also,
The only person that could do this is
This
LeBron.
isn't a shit.
Shit,
This is
yeah.
the team from last year, but they're a bit injured. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Did I start up?
But like, you know,
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
is Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon are better than the second and third best players?
I'm better than that 2016 Cavs team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I mean,
They would be
I mean, you say
Kyrie,
Kyrie and
Love.
Kevin Love would be better than Michael Porter Jr.
No, they were injured. They were injured.
Yes, exactly.
That 09 Cavs team. Whatever that team.
last time Jokic shot 9 threes in an NBA playoff game was 3 years ago against the Portland Trail Blazers, en route to 38 points. And then the last 2 times he shot more than 9 threes in a game was only twice ever, 10 and 11 against, you'll never guess who, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Now, enough chat about the fucking Nuggets, or we can get back to them in a sec. But the fucking Wolves defending is unfucking believable. Like, you have such good defenders. Gobert's killing it right now. McDaniels is unbelievable. And then they just like...
Gobert was in the hospital. He was on the maternity ward.
That's how good he defended in the first game. And then McDaniels is just unbelievable on the perimeter. And then everyone else on the team is like fucking... I'm leaving out names that would be like, oh my god, their best defender is fucking Norm. Like, the Lakers' best defender would be fucking Alexander Walker. But, like, they have all these other guys that they can just throw in there. And the strategy is, like, we're gonna stop Jokic, stop the next pass after that, and then also get to everything.
Yeah.
And they're actually doing it.
Yeah.
So it's just insane. And it's so much fun to watch. And, and like, you watch it from the perspective of the Nuggets, and it's like, oh, you guys are trash offensively. But then if you watch it from the perspective of the Wolves, you're like, wow, you guys are fucking just on this mission. I mean, they haven't lost a game in the playoffs yet.
Yeah, you go.
Dare I say it? Like, should we give Kat some credit?
For what?
For, like, being a good defender in this situation.
Yeah,
Like,
he's defending to the game plan
Yeah.
really well. I feel like when he's defending Jokic on the pick and roll and Jokic pops, I think he's done that better than anyone ever.
Yeah.
And, you know, half of that is just leaving him wide open.
Yeah.
So I think you know, anyone
That's
could
fine.
do that.
That's
yeah,
fine.
but then he's playing that, like, slow contest and
Yeah.
then also can, like, contain the drive really well. But... yeah, I'm happy to give Cat credit. I mean, the whole team, there's no real flaws, so yeah.
He needs credit for doing what Mallow and like Russ and everyone else never did. Just be like, yeah, I'm actually not better than that other bloke.
Yeah. I'm not
He's
better than
finally.
that.
I'm not better than Edwards.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, Edwards.
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking more defensively, but
No.
it's like what you're saying, Lucas. Where like he's just doing what he's told.
But but like that comes from the from the humility.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, I actually have to do this, or else he can't do that.
Yeah,
So
that's very true.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I have to give a less credit there.
gotcha. First time. I think the consensus was like that the winner of this series wins the chip. But now I'm a little bit like,
The Wolves can't win it.
no, not that. I think they're still like my favorite. When Lucas first said it before the series, was it after the game one?
Nah, it was like months ago.
I was like,
Me and
bro.
Savannah were
It was immediately
No,
after
it
the
was-
Rudy Gobert trade.
It was before the series.
I know.
You were like, yeah, the Wolves are my favorite. I'm reminding myself. So, I was like, bro, shut the fuck up.
And
now-
then what happened?
And now I'm in. But this shapes up for like, I think Oklahoma put the stomp on Dallas. It's only been one game, whatever. But like that Oklahoma roster and this Timberwolves roster have really interesting like matchups across the board. And I mean, like if they not walk through Dallas, but if they get through Dallas, that could be a super interesting WCF.
Who guards Cat? Dorcher Chamber or Giddy?
Nah.
Dawn has to be.
Jordan has to be.
Giddy's on the bench, obviously.
He's not, but he hasn't been on the bench.
Yeah.
But he starts the game and then he goes.
Yeah, no, he's fully on the bench.
Yeah,
He's on the bench.
God.
It's like the opposite of a six man.
I can't. I was saying this to someone. I can't wait till they like use him as salary to get Larry Markkinen. But if they make the finals this year or win the title, it's like fuck. They still have a way to level up by getting rid of the.
Yeah, they
knots.
can still trade him.
They can still trade him.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's what -7 in a 22 point win.
He's so shit.
And Aaron Wiggins' minutes just match up with the other starters.
And Aaron Wiggins is just a dude. Man.
Yeah.
Like, and I say that as someone who, if he played for the Warriors, he would average 35 minutes in the regular season. Is better than his non-brother Wiggins. But it's just better to just have a dude who can shoot and defend, as opposed to Josh Giddey, where it's like, man, you're wearing short socks for fuck's sake.
It's really funny. They're just like, no, we're just gonna keep playing him.
Yeah.
We can't have his value drop at all by benching him.
But
Dagon's a weapon, dude.
Genuinely,
He's actually crazy. So good at his job.
and
He's fucking. I was about to say the lamest thing. Who's that guy from Naruto who plays the training weights on?
Naruto.
Oh, Guy Lee. Broccoli.
Spikes.
Broccoli.
Yeah.
And I thought
Broccoli.
Chris Finch was an offensive coach.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he's,
No,
he's
was
just
he
a
a
really good coach.
I thought he was one of the like, this
Yeah,
guy's gonna
offense.
fix your offense.
Like Dante.
Well, when they were humming before they traded for Gobert, like 2 years ago, everything was transitioned because they were just getting so many stops and turnovers,
Right, okay.
and like rebounds into like it was just like as if that like as soon as the opponent put the shot up, they were like, oh, we know how to rebound and get we know how to we got the stop, we know how to get the rebound and get a layup in this situation.
Yeah.
But I think he might just be a good, well balanced coach.
But like,
Yeah.
Finch's his first season. I saw this. His first season before the Rudy trade was the first time Cat wasn't in a bottom 10 defense since he got drafted.
No shit.
They're like 17th or something, but like it's an improvement.
Yeah.
Is there anything to the theory that he tore his patella on purpose to get the team to like to fight for him?
What theory? This is another one of your students.
I just came up with it.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he hasn't actually torn it, but he's just trying to like get the gang to bloody fight for
Is
him?
this what your Instagram Explore page is feeding?
That's just brain rot, man.
Did I send you the one where Matt Barnes fakes it?
Nah, that's
That
good.
was
That's
so
good.
funny.
That
That
was
was
I
funny.
mean, he deserved it
Yeah.
after what he did.
Which one? Oh, Kobe. Yeah, second all-time winning coach in Minnesota history,
Yeah.
Chris Finch, and he got that
I'm
before
third,
Rudy
though,
Gobert.
How would you draft this Minnesota team? I don't think we have to get into this
What
really.
does that mean?
Well,
Like best-
what's best to worst? Is it Ant, Rudy? Is it then who's it after?
McDoo.
Cat.
I think it might be McDoo.
It's McDoo.
It's
But
McDoo.
He's not better
that's
than
hard.
Cat.
What do you mean?
That's
Like,
crazy you're saying that, but you're right.
Yeah, he's not better than Cat. He's not better at basketball.
I think the thing I'm overlooking
He's
is
more important.
responsibility.
He's more important.
For
Like,
Cat.
if
No,
you're,
I
if you're
think
building a
Cat has
title
more to do.
team,
He might be more important on this team, but he's not better at basketball.
If you're drafting, like, if are you saying if you draft like Blacktop, yeah, pick Cat. But if you're drafting a title team, I'd rather McDo than Cat.
Yeah, well, like, all right. So,
Especially
like,
after Ant and Rudy.
20-ish points per game scorer who's like weird size, has good skills for his size, blah blah blah. Or just immediately like top 3 perimeter defender in the league. Like,
But who can literally do nothing.
yeah.
With the ball.
Nah.
Did he go 0 from 7 the
What
other
are you
day?
talking about? He has fucking 5 points game 1. Sorry, game 2.
He had
How many points did you score in the NBA? Man.
Like I told one of my students, if I was on the Charlotte Hornets team, then Kelly Oubre was good for. I could have scored 20 points. Put me in the corner.
What do you teach, brother?
Business management.
Taking that one step in long.
Yeah.
That's actually that's pretty cool
There's
because
a word for that.
Kelly Oubre then cashed out after that season on a veterans minimum.
While we were talking about the internal business environment, and I was, customers, competitors.
IBS.
The customers.
IBE.
Environment.
The customers, the bloody people in the stands, and the competitors, all the other NBA players. Swish.
I would also take
You
Towns.
lost me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a business management.
I think Towns is 3rd, and then it's McDo actually, and then it's Conley.
Fuck, it's a good team.
Unless it's Conley 4 and McDo's 5. Sorry, 3 and
It's got to be McDo.
I honestly don't understand the question.
Just like what I feel like we need to talk about the rules more.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
think
Well, no.
this
Well, did you guys listen to Bill Simmons' pod yesterday? He went on a soliloquy for about 20 minutes about is this now Ant's league? That's a good thing to talk about with the Wolves, where it's like if he wins this, he's been the dude who's been averaging 40. He's doing Brunson West, right? And the West is obviously much harder than fucking
Chill.
Yeah. Good Brunson.
Much better than Brunson.
Brunson, imagine someone that's really.
yeah.
But isn't that crazy to
Brunson
say?
is
Like
not a midget.
Brunson's the first Nick since Bernard King to average 40 points. I knew I was writing that down for a reason.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, they used to call him Bernard.
Nah,
there's some ant shit.
Again, like, I feel like we keep straying into territory we would usually be like, that's cringe. But, like, he genuinely is.
I've
Like,
done
But
Three
no,
times.
I don't buy the face of the league thing, man.
nah.
The American,
That doesn't matter, bro. Just like the guy.
because that
Don't
no,
know
no,
the Capelli. Think about the first team All NBA.
it's just I just like this American thing of like, if we don't have an American face of the league, we're all gonna shit ourselves and die. Like, relax.
No.
It's
Oh,
okay.
look, alright.
He's very good.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, right?
Oh, no.
Jokic is not like the face of the league because he fucking just talks about horses every time
Yeah.
anyone asks him about basketball.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is like, I'm a competitor.
I'm on Netflix.
But Lucas Doncic is so good at basketball.
Yeah.
There's a new Netflix show coming out with Ant in there as well.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Hustle.
it's nah.
Hustle
That's
two.
two.
Hustle two.
Thing.
Yeah.
Two
Nah.
hustles to furious.
No, it's an avant-garde film called Kid Named Finger.
Oh my god.
Do you guys want to guess Anthony Edwards' nicknames from Basketball Reference?
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
The anteater.
Half man, half racist.
Is Ant-Man Ant.
Oh, that's it. Isn't it?
Those are
Oh,
the two
we- oh.
Yeah.
Can we have a real? Can you search up like McDaniel's?
What about Isaiah Hartenstein?
Yeah.
I heart.
The long
I know.
pole or
I
something.
heart rate.
Nah, it's like the Flying Dutchman or something.
Yeah.
Except
Just a
German.
position center.
Position center.
Um.
Wait, Daquan Jeffries.
All right. Well,
Hold on.
do you reckon Ant's gonna make an All NBA team this year?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Fuck, it'd be
Was
crazy.
he an all-star?
Like he wasn't. He did what he's done the last like few seasons where he's like, yeah, he was good, but he was also kind of patchy.
yeah.
And then he's just turned it on.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about the regular season.
You did watch it, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's completely gone.
Wow, he was so similar to last year.
Yeah.
Wow, he was so similar to last year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think he stood out in the regular season
Yeah,
at all,
yeah.
except for his team was good.
Okay, 26, 5 and 5.
How's Bradley Beal going? Is he still good?
Not going well. Well, I've got McDaniels'
Nicknames.
nicknames up on here.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to guess.
McDaniel.
He's aged 23 and 223 days.
Jay McDuff.
The good McDaniels?
Brother one.
You might get one of them. McDaniels.
Oh, Mickey D's?
Closer.
Mickey D?
McDonald's.
Macca's.
Yeah, that's...
Macca.
Huh?
Mac.
Yeah.
Ricky Dan.
Big Mac.
Yeah. Big Mac, and the other one you might not. You might.
Let's call
You
him
might-
Big Mac.
What do you when you go through the drive-through McDonald's? What do you? Tell me
Burger
The
fries.
Flying Dutchman.
within the car.
Hot box.
Smells like McDonald's.
No, before you. Hi, I'd like to get an order. Maybe you maybe take something off.
Make a drive-through.
Your pants.
Oh, the
seatbelt.
Yeah.
Really?
Guys, you got both of
Yeah,
them.
because he locks you
Why
up.
do you take the seatbelt off to order?
No, you
locks you up.
right.
That's
I
so
said.
funny because they've
I
already
won't.
named the guys like the glove, the torture chamber, and they're like, what else locks you up? I guess a seatbelt.
Yeah, the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, he was born in Federal Way. Did you guys know that?
No, I don't want to. I do want to be too reductive because that's basically my entire nature. this series,
Playing a character at this point.
this series is over. What's
You
the
become Skip Bayless.
what's the no? He's not reductive. He talks for like 2 hours a day.
Nah, I mean,
That's-
you become a character.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fair enough.
What?
Sorry, back to you.
Oklahoma Dallas series. Anything? Anyone?
Yeah,
No?
one game.
I think we're
It's
running
yet to
out
be
of
a
time.
series. Not a series until the home team
No,
loses.
we're not even at We're not.
We actually,
We're
there's
not
only,
even at an
there's
hour
only
yet.
one series.
We've only done 20 minutes.
Are you kidding?
No.
We're 2
No, we've done
hours.
an hour and 20 minutes.
Have we really?
I don't know. I don't have the laptop, Sean.
What do we want to say about Oklahoma?
I just like they're just like
They look so much better.
they're
than
just so
Dallas.
fucking good, right?
Yeah.
And like fair enough. Dallas has 2 players.
And one of them really.
And
I believe Lukas injured.
Lukas Doncic.
Yeah, Luka, they might strategically rest him down so he's good.
Yeah, like
Dallas might have the best and the third for the best players in the series.
because of the yeah.
Should we talk about
What is that talking about?
It's the Michael Jordan.
Oh, actually, I did have this thought when I saw the Deep 2's post. You know, you put up a post about the Deep 2, put up a post about Sabonis getting all these votes. Blah, blah, blah. I know how to fix it. Just get rid of everyone's votes and just let me pick the order.
Yeah.
Because I would have just gone Jokic, Wemby, probably Maxey, and whoever the other award was. Nas Reed
Yeah.
and Dagnall.
You would have picked Wemby for DPOY.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Really?
Yeah,
for
for sure.
MVP.
But his team does know
You have been spending way too
It
much
was number
time
1
on
D
this.
with him on the floor, worst D with him off the floor.
Yeah, but that's
and Gobert has a bunch of good
but
perimeter
that
defenders.
That stat is when you compare it to the league's best
Yeah,
team.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
put
If
just
you put-
Rudy Gobert minutes, then it's better than Wemby.
Who cares?
Nah, it seems like
It's
you've
my
lost the
narrative.
the way I fixed the awards is that guy who voted Sabonis for MVP and DPOY.
Yeah.
You know, in The Dark Knight, when he goes into the Joker's interrogation chamber and then he bars the door behind him and
Yeah.
then beats him.
Where is
I
he?
need to do that to the guy
That
who
guy.
voted for
Yeah, yeah.
Sabonis.
Yeah.
Then
Did
the,
they-
the awards are fixed.
Remember the guy that voted for Melo in the
Yeah.
Pungianos year? Did they shoot him?
Nah, but that's what it should happen. Like,
He lost
there should
his
be
vote.
certain players who, if they turn up on your ballot, you get like a
Yeah.
second letter. And it's like, oh, you're invited to like the award ceremony
Oh, I love this.
on this date in a warehouse in New Jersey.
Yeah,
and then they
nice.
shoot them
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Nah, not back. I'm talking
Oh,
about.
you want them to see the terror in their eyes.
Yeah, and you pin them down and you shoot them in the hamstring.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, walk home.
So who?
Nah, you gotta kill them.
Well, it'd be better than taking the bloody New York subway, man. Right?
Oh.
The subway's actually really good.
Let the record show I am slapping my knee. So that guy picked Sabonis ahead of one of Rudy, Victor, Bam, or AD. And Draymond.
For DPOY.
Yeah, he's not even a good.
Don't mention who he picked ahead of him for MVP.
Yeah, but he's not even good at defending.
Nah,
No.
and it's not even
He's
good
not even
team
good.
defense.
He's not even good at it.
No.
How can you pick him as the best one?
He's worse than Jonas Valanciunas at defense, I reckon.
Probably, yeah.
You were grasping at fucking straws.
I am.
Yeah, I really
No, but
hope you change your
JV's like
game.
7'1"
Not
with
much,
massive
yeah.
arms. Sabonis is barely 6'11".
Yeah, and
Yeah.
And he's got tiny little
bitch
T-Rex arms.
Yeah,
Nah, he gets steals, bro.
Does he?
I'm checking.
Oh, no, I was going to say that's the Aaron Fox's job.
Oh, you guys are... I'm looking at his numbers right now. No, 0.9 steals a game, 0.6 blocks.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at that right now.
What not-
Also, MVP, 19 points a game. Hashtag my MVP.
Has,
Yeah,
has
on
anyone
the
won MVP
11
starting
no.
with one?
Steve Nash.
The 9 seed? The 9 seed, yeah.
True, and also
Yeah.
like the fastest team ever.
Yeah.
Jen,
Can you get up Steve Nash's MVP
Bro, I've
numbers?
got an iPad
Yeah.
in front of me.
Because I think one of those years was like 18 and 12.
Yeah.
I think Steve Nash won an MVP for the same
wow.
for the same stats that John Wall had in his like second season.
So he
Yeah, but
was
the pace was different.
he was-
Yeah, true. Actually.
he was first
Yeah, no,
in
true.
MVP.
Obviously, he shot much better than
15
from three than John Wall.
15 points, he won an MVP.
Yeah,
And
so-
the next one, 18 points.
And you laughed at me.
He never averaged 20 points a game.
Nah, didn't
Yeah,
have
but he-
on average,
he was-
22 for his career.
Dude, he was so good at soccer.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird when
French
my
Canadian,
Instagram
bro.
was just Steve Nash dribbling at like an LA Galaxy thing, and then Zach Lowe being like, you know how good he is at soccer, and then he was the coach of the Nets.
Yeah, remember when he was the coach of the Nets, his nose was all fucked up?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
what
I
happened
don't
there?
know, get another one.
Yeah, he was actually 9th in MVP.
Fix it up, bro.
2 years later.
So what do you guys think about the MVP? We didn't actually get
No,
to
yeah, I was
hash
gonna say,
that out
no,
on
I
it.
think you summed it up well.
I did sum it up.
But-
The best player won.
Do you think is it funny, or should we not point it out that the same thing that was kind of happening to Embiid last season is happening to Jokic right now?
Okay, this is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I actually mentioned it before you said it.
No shot.
This is like when they fucked up and gave Tibbs Coach of the Year, and then they had to give it to Monty Williams the next year. But Monty Williams was the best coach. That year, last year, Embiid
Yeah,
clearly wasn't the MVP, and Jokic could have won 3 in a row, and then we could have nipped it in the bud then. I actually think it should have gone to Shea or Luka over Jokic this
Nah,
season.
I disagree.
I disagree with you, idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were all tied. The West 1 seed was all tied. It's
Jokic
like
is better than the other two.
if
Last
Shea, and if Shea had like 3 more wins, then it's like, oh, I guess they got the 1 seed, even though they got the 1 seed. But you know what I mean. You know, in 2022-23, Sabonis came 7th in the Michael Jordan Trophy,
Really?
Wow.
ahead of Luka Jokic, who averaged 32 points, 8 and 8.
Yeah, but they were.
Yeah, but go just read Sabonis' numbers now.
19,
17 points,
19
8 and 8.
12, 7.
So he has him nearly on assists and on rebounds, which is what they mainly base their award on.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on the blocks and steals.
Nah, but Luka didn't make the playoffs that year, and he pooed in his pants a lot.
He did actually. That's true. He did.
He did
And
a
that was
lot
the
of
best
poos in
Kings
his
team in
pants.
Kings history.
Yeah.
The best kink team in Kings history.
Yeah, that's weird because that's the season that he had the game where he scored a lot of points.
Luka.
80, 70.
And the game where that was not the most recent season, the season before, the game where he got the rebound off the free throw and hit the shot. That was the season where he was like playing really well, but Dallas was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you guys forget?
But yeah.
Um,
Wait.
Nah, it's good he's got 3 though.
Hold on. Daquan Jeffries.
Dude, yeah,
So
I think
funny.
someone touched on it. We just said father just then, but Father Time's going to get us all.
yeah, there's no Father Time trophy.
That's dark.
There's
Yeah.
a John Havlicek, I'll tell you that.
It hasn't had a win in a while, though.
Mate,
Is
Father
any-
Time came for John Havlicek. Like he comes to us all.
Has anyone got any final points before they finish up the pod?
Yeah, LeBron's still good.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
You of all people. You of all fucking
You of all
people.
What, the guy that likes LeBron? Said
No,
something good about
the guy
LeBron.
that hates everything.
Like, who likes
likes
LeBron?
LeBron.
Actually, awfully positive this podcast.
No,
you're saying Cat's good.
Yeah,
You're saying,
between the
what
last...
hate me
See, this
for,
is the
bro?
thing. You guys think I'm a hater. I'm actually just a truth teller.
You're not a truth teller.
no, you're not.
You would have picked Jokic for everything. That's all I need to friggin' know.
I absolutely would have picked him.
Listen, you like LeBron now after the Cringe Tour, and he's now fucking made the Cringe Tour even worse with the JJ Redick podcast, even though that's really good.
Yeah. It's not.
No, it actually is.
I'll take your word for it.
But he's been on this downward spiral on in terms of personality, media. You know, that's my favorite saying.
But he's good at
that sort of
basketball.
stuff. He's good at basketball, but why why now? Are you hopping?
I've
on?
always been Team LeBron.
He has always been.
I understand
I'm
that.
massive Team LeBron.
I agree.
So
that
what's
he's still
so
good.
what's the gripe? I
I'm
don't
just
know.
no. The gripe is that it just doesn't feel consistent with everything else you think, say, and do.
I've always been Team LeBron. It doesn't feel consistent. Those are very conflicting statements.
That's
No,
it's
no.
not consistent.
All right, how about this? Alessio's become jaded with the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Funny that coincides with LeBron James's, halcyon days.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, it's like the league is moving past him.
God, he's so
And
cool.
you just want to grab onto him.
Yeah, okay, right.
Like, I don't know, he's your sunshine or something.
Yeah. Play the tune.
I think we should do something like that for the form and intro.
Should we take a quick vote on what genre we would like the AI to make our theme song for this episode?
Yeah.
I'm voting kind of like spacey drum and bass.
For the You Are My Sunshine.
You're gonna go for reggae?
What are they saying? What's the words? Oh, we're getting AI to write what the 4-man wave
Yeah,
is.
it's got nothing
right.
to do with You Are My Sunshine.
Maybe it'll be the AI written text to the tune of You Are My Sunshine.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going. What do you guys? Anyone else got a genre? You?
No, I got nothing.
Chap hop.
What's that?
Chap hop is music originating from England. Mixes the hip hop genre with elements from the Chappist or steampunk subcultures. The most famous chap hop rapper, Mr. B, the Gentleman Rhymer.
No way.
Yeah.
Mr. B.
Mr. B. We have a couple of Mr. B's at school.
Is it just the blokes whose name
Start with B, yeah,
I
that's
knew it.
Are you Mr. C?
I'm not. I'm Sir. Which I love, by the way.
I'm Big
We were
Daddy
like-
Less.
That's illegal. Did you guys know that there are people that think Drake's winning the beef?
Wow. Yeah, we can't talk about it on a podcast.
Yeah.
No.
They're his type as well, aren't they?
They are. They actually, funnily enough, they actually are.
You can't
And
have
boys that he's tough
4
too.
Caucasian blokes talk about the beef.
Hey, we were just
knows
talking
how
about reggaeton, brother.
I also don't know what's happening.
Oh,
Really? Oh, you should listen to them.
Boy,
The,
do I-
the songs are really good.
They can't.
Drake's
The,
good,
no, the
even though he's
Kendrick ones.
losing.
Nah, the Drake ones are bad.
I also
Oh.
haven't been
Who's
watching.
teaming you?
I thought we couldn't talk. I thought we weren't talking about
Yeah.
this. I'm confused.
So
Yeah,
I
we're
should
just
listen
talking
to
about-
it.
No, I'm not being like, yo, Kendrick really got his ass. I'm being like, the songs are good to listen to.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure,
so
sure.
I should seriously listen to
yeah,
it.
you into rap music? Like,
Yeah, but-
Do you want to hear my actual take?
Yeah.
It's really cringe. The whole thing is cringe as fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe
You're
just a
like,
hater.
bro, you're like 36. Get over it.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah. Actually, I saw someone on
Kiss
Twitter.
and makeup, hold hands, skip off into
Nah,
the
he's a
sunset.
pedophile though.
Someone on Twitter.
Yeah,
was
that's why he does.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You go.
It was like, you know, back in the day, they would have just shot each other after the first diss track, and then we wouldn't have had.
Dude,
no,
honestly, born in the wrong generation.
Nah, they do it. Shots fired outside of Drake's house in Toronto. I saw it on bloody CNN.
Yeah.
CNN or World Star.
What's the difference these days?
Hey.
Got him.
Biden's America.
Well, should we end on who we think is going to win the ring if anyone has an answer? at this point in time?
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar. Minnesota.
You like? I want to say Minnesota, but I'm gonna say Boston.
Okay.
It's like
It's so hard
They're
to
so
pick against
good.
them. They're
Yeah.
so good. Their 5th best starter is Derek McWhite. Their 4th best starter,
no, Derek White might be the
Kristaps
best player.
McFoot. He
Al
probably
Horford.
is.
I think the winner of Mini and Denver, and I still think Denver can win.
Really?
Wow.
Nah, I think if Denver win this series, they're not winning the championship.
Wow,
I think if Denver win the series, they,
this
I was
just,
the
they call
opposite,
off the
yeah.
playoffs.
yeah, that's
They're
what
just
I was
like,
gonna say.
let's just like, what else do we need
You
to
can't
see?
get better. Yeah.
Yeah, let's give these
Denver
guys.
win
They've
this,
earned, you know
man.
what? If they win this, they've earned an extra month's rest.
And it's like, what you're saying because they're too tired. Like the Knicks are just, they're dead. Like,
Yeah, it's not gonna be the Knicks.
yeah,
I'm going Wolves as well.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
the-
I said Wolves.
yeah.
that's crazy.
They're 2-0 up.
No, so
Going home.
I'm just talking about when I go on Wikipedia and look at like titles. You're not supposed to see that many letters next to a champion.
Yeah, that's fair. You know your team is the Golden State Warriors. That's 3 words.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
That's smaller words.
Yeah, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, that's. You know what? That's actually fair enough. I'll cop that.
I just, it'll be if the Wolves win. This is like some fucking. Rudy's gonna win his fucking 4th DPOY. Yeah, Tony Edwards fucking. What are you doing?
Just keep going.
He's
Oh, the
counting the
letters.
letters.
Tony Edwards, like fucking the next Michael Jordan, etc., etc. You know, like there's some big shit going on.
I know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Is Anthony Edwards a top 50 player of all time? First,
Yeah.
like their first week after they
Yeah,
won the league.
yeah.
Is he the face of the league?
That's going to be a bit like when the Warriors won, where it's like, you know, Steph Curry's won title and he's 25 or whatever, you know? Which is good.
Minnesota Timberwolves have 7 more letters.
I fucking said they were small fucking
You
words,
could cut the
man.
Wolves off and still have another bloody letter.
What NBA team do you reckon?
Yeah, you could.
What NBA team do you reckon has the least letters in their name?
Miami Heat.
Utah Jazz.
Oh my
Oh my
god, that
God.
was
It's
so
Utah,
quick.
It's Utah Jazz.
That was so quick, Mark. He was right, but that was so quick.
I win the quick award.
Yeah, he wins the quick award, which shaves off his.
That was
letter.
really quick as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be overshadowed by how quick
I don't even know why we're talking about him. He's right.
Yeah, but he had a chance because he saw he was wrong.
No, I didn't. I said it
I
almost
thought they
like,
said Eastern Conference, sorry.
I said it like half
be
a second
fair-
after him. I literally couldn't have processed what he said
He was so much
by
quicker.
the time he answered.
Yeah,
Also,
but he said it quicker.
also,
as well.
is there a bit of Leicester City to the? Did you say this? This is one of
he
your
said it,
takes.
yeah.
To the
Yeah.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
There's a bit of
take,
Leicester
he just
City to
said
the
it.
Timberwolves.
Nah, because this was like a really good
Alessio,
NBA season.
But that's what Leicester was.
No. Like, every other team was bad when Leicester won it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. You mean the rest of the league is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
who came second?
United and City were in down years.
Okay.
Arsenal and Chelsea both Arsenal. No, Arsenal and Tottenham both. Arsenal and Tottenham.
And Chelsea were being. Well, we already know.
Who came second that year?
Arsenal. Yeah.
Oh, that's
crazy.
crazy. That's so American.
There's Wanderers.
Tottenham were ahead of us all season. And then St Tottenham's Day was celebrated on the last day of the season when Newcastle, who'd been relegated, beat them 3-0. So good. I watched it. I've told you this story. I watched it was because they play all 10
match
games
day
at the same
30, yeah.
time. I had like
That's what they do for the conference finals.
I was in bed at like 1 a.m. watching 4 Premier League games at the same time. It was so good. Last time I watched soccer properly, actually.
Honestly,
Didn't know
I-
Optus Sport was so good at streaming.
No,
But
I was on Stream East or
Yeah, no.
or something.
I
like
did
that.
the exact same thing the day Watford got relegated.
Yeah, right.
The title was already decided. I'm just sitting there watching two bottom 4 teams.
Yeah,
battle it
yeah.
out.
Was it up in the air? Didn't matter.
Yeah. That's really
so
funny.
sorry.
I didn't give you enough of a laugh.
What happened?
We lost, man.
No, get this. They got relegated and they fired their coach.
you'll never guess what happened to the next 7 coaches.
They all got fired.
There's
the coach fired.
there's been more Watford coaches than Dalai Lamas.
There's more Watford coaches than Essendon wins this year.
This is actually the first time.
Hey, speaking of Essendon wins, should we watch the footage?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty alright. Yeah, good pod.
You want to talk WNBA? Maybe some WNBL? Australian Opals chat? Heck, even dabble in some EuroLeague? Find the W Basketball Show on the Deep 2 Podcast Network.
The NBA moves so quickly these days, it's hard to keep up. Shams and Woj are breaking stories left and right, but the Quick Time Out is right there with them to keep you informed on the latest NBA news. Stop in and let us break it down as it happens. Find the Quick Time Out on the Deep 2 Podcast Network.